Pluto TV just unlocked a core memory for me. When I was younger, my family loved movie night, and this collection is bringing back all the favorites. Oh, and by the way, my name is Bree Stevens, and all that you need to know about me is that I'm the girl that's going to always give you the best movie and TV show recommendations. Usually you'd find me on TikTok, but this time I'm here, and for Black History Month, we're counting down hidden gems from the Black Collective on Pluto TV. And the best part is that it's completely free. So grab your blanket and your snacks and let's get into it. To kick off our countdown, we have to start with the one that redefined Black love on screen. I'm talking about Boomerang. The comedy legend Eddie Murphy stars as Marcus Graham, a smooth-talking executive with a reputation for his playboy ways.
You ain't got no romance.
Excuse me, I am the most romantic cat both of you know.
Marcus thinks that he has the game figured out until he meets his match. Robin Givens plays Jacqueline Breuer, Marcus's boss, and after just one night with her, he gets a taste of his own medicine. That is when Halle Berry's character comes into play. Angela, Marcus's co-worker, becomes the heart of the story, showing him a different kind of love and a whole new approach to dating. But one thing about Angela is she does not have time for Marcus's games.
Love. You know, what do you know about love? What do you possibly think you know about love? You know, I'm sick and tired of men using love like it's some kind of disease you just catch. Love should have brought your ass home last night.
With an all-star cast, an iconic soundtrack, and some of the best one-liners in romantic comedy history, Boomerang is definitely a must-watch. Next up, we have another rom-com that is packed with early 2000s nostalgia. Love Don't Cost a Thing.
Ain't a woman born that can resist the motion, bam, of the ocean. Bam.
Nick Cannon stars as Alvin, a socially awkward teen just trying to survive high school. But one day, he gets a chance to change everything. Christina Milian plays Paris, the most popular girl in school. And when she needs help fixing her car, Alvin makes her a deal. He'll do the work, but she has to pretend to be his girlfriend.
All right, 1 week. And don't even look at my booty.
With this new status, Alvin reinvents himself completely.
Urkel has gone gangster.
But the question is, at what cost? This was a favorite in my household when I was growing up, and I just found out that it's actually a remake of the 1987 film Can't Buy Me Love. The storyline, the soundtrack, and let's be real, the 2000s outfits, it's everything that makes this film a classic. Speaking of classic, what happens when you put two legends in one film? Soul Men.
I ain't trying to be like 30 years ago. I ain't trying to make no comeback. I'm gone, and I want to stay gone. Don't make me beg you, man.
Samuel L. Jackson and Bernie Mac star as a former soul duo who broke up at the height of their career. Now, years later, one of them is trying to get the band back together. But there is just one problem. They've got a lot of unfinished business. Not to mention, this was one of Bernie Mac's final films, making it even more special. If you have not seen Soul Men yet, now is the time. Speaking of Bernie Mac, we have got to talk about another classic that he makes an appearance in. I'm talking about Head of State.
I asked my niece the other day, what's 4 plus 4? She said 44. Let me hear you say, that ain't right.
Chris Rock stars as Mace Gilliam, an everyday guy who completely out of nowhere finds himself running for president.
Of what?
The United States.
Of what?
Of America.
Get out of here.
And what follows is hilarious and surprisingly sharp political satire that still holds up today. And then there's his running mate, Mitch Gilliam, played by Bernie Mac.
What about NATO? How do you feel about NATO?
I never met NATO. I never met NATO. I don't know nothing about it. I don't talk about people behind their back.
I absolutely loved this movie. It's got comedy, it's got heart, and it's one that'll have you laughing until you start crying.
Give it to old people. You the man. You the woman.
But now let's transition from comedy to some iconic hidden gem action and thriller films. And trust me, these are the ones that are going to keep you on the edge of your seat. To start, let's talk about a hidden gem thriller that's literally going to have you holding your breath. I'm talking about Dark Tide. Halle Berry stars as Kate, a skilled diver and shark expert with a deep fear of returning to the water after a tragic accident. But when she's offered a high-stakes job to lead a risky diving expedition, she has no choice but to accept. Between the intense underwater sequences, the suspenseful shark encounters, and Halle Berry's gripping performance, Dark Tide is 100% a film that's going to keep you on the edge from start to finish. If you're a fan of survival thrillers, this one needs to be on your list. But if you love a thriller that's packed with suspense, deception, and high-stakes drama, this is one you cannot sleep on. I'm talking about Out of Time.
485 grand. Can I touch it? No, you can't.
Maybe I'll just steal it.
Maybe I'll just shoot you.
Denzel Washington stars as Matt Whitlock, a small-town police chief caught in a web of lies, murder, and stolen money. But here's the twist. He's not the one solving the case. He's being framed for it. With every move putting him in deeper trouble, Matt has to outsmart everyone to clear his name before it's too late. This one has twists, tension, and that classic Denzel intensity that we all love.
He looked like him. He's the chief of police.
If you have not seen Out of Time yet, you are in for a ride. But you guys, this last film really needs no introduction. It's a film that blends revenge, action, and Tarantino-level storytelling. I'm talking about Django Unchained. Jamie Foxx stars as Django, a freed slave turned bounty hunter, and he is on a mission to save his wife from a brutal plantation owner. In this film, Django transforms from an oppressed man to someone you don't want to mess with. And with Tarantino's signature dialogue, a stacked cast, and explosive action, you have to admit that Django Unchained is not your typical Western. And I am here for it. Now I want to hear from you. Which ones have you seen and which ones are you excited to check out? Go ahead and drop them in the comments section. And do not forget, the Black Collective has so many more to choose from. This list is just the beginning. And like I said, they're completely free to watch. And once again, I am Bree Stevens, and if you love movies, shows, and everything in between, I hope to see you again soon. Until next time.